Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to Uncomfortable Read series. Today we are looking at a book called Essentialism by Greg McKeown. All the world a stage and all the men and women merely players. When Shakespeare wrote those lines, he was observing something fundamental. And that fundamental thing was something about the human condition. We do not live single lives, we live multiple lives simultaneously, moving between roles that often demand contradictory things from us. 4 centuries later, Greg McKeown essentialism arrives as a kind of response to Shakespeare, a practical philosophy for those of us who find ourselves on that stage, playing too many parts and sensing that we are playing none of them well. The Stoics asked, what is within our control? Drucker asked, what needs to be done? And McKeown asked something different. What is essential? His thesis, the way to do more is to do less. Not slightly less, radically less. The disciplined pursuit of the essential and deliberate elimination of everything else. We accumulate obligations like a ship accumulates pinnacles until we wonder why we are moving so slowly. The non essential believes they have to do everything, and the essentialist understands they must choose. I've been thinking about McKeown in relation to what demographics call the sandwich generation. Those of us caring for aging parents while raising children, while maintaining careers, while trying to sustain marriages, while remembering occasionally that we are also people. It is structural condition of modern life. We live longer, we parent longer, we work longer. The roles accumulate without any expansion of time. McCowan's insight is that time did not shrink. Our willingness to fill it did. And McCowan introduces 90% rule, stating if it is not a clear as hell yes, it is no. Not 80%, not maybe, not I will think about it, 90%. Because a 60% opportunity still takes 100% of your time. A 70% of commitment still drains 100% of your energy. The almost good enough cost, the same but delivers less? No. Most of us don't know what we actually want. We know what we could want, what we should want, what other wants from us. Therefore, the 90% rule cuts through that noise and it forces clarity. I personally have come to believe that being occupied is not a failure of time management, is a failure of courage. Because if you stop being busy, if you actually clear space, you would have to ask yourself, right? What do I actually want? Not what you should want, not what would impress you, or in your most honest moment, you actually sit and reflect. What is it that I actually want? That question in itself is very terrifying because once you answer it, you have to make choices. You have to disappoint people. You have to admit you cannot do it all. So, my question for you is look at your life, all the roles you play. Where are you doing everything and therefore failing at what matters? So, I'll repeat it again. What are you doing everything and therefore failing at what matters? I hope you enjoyed this uncomfortable read. You will sit with this question, reflect. I will see you next week. Thank you for joining today.